Hello everyone, welcome to Sapphire's Soup du Jour, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup each and every week. We have a lot planned for today. Today's topic is going to be about movies, so make sure you start thinking right now about what movies that you've seen that you want to share with us, and I'm going to share with you my top favorite movies that I've seen. Not top movies, but top movies that I've seen. First, I'd like to get to some local news that made national attention. A 30-year-old Woodhaven, Michigan resident. He was, well, here's the story. He was charged with aggravated indecent exposure, all right? It starts like this. Domino's female delivery driver at 1:20 in the afternoon delivers a pizza to this gentleman. I'll use that term loosely. He gives her money. She starts counting out change, and he starts masturbating.
Oh no.
I said it.
Oh no. Don't get
She
him
screams,
over.
"What are you doing?" Whatever.
No.
And calls the cops. Police show up, and his reply was, "My stuff fell out because I have brand new pajama bottoms on, and I was just trying to put it back away." He was arrested and charged. I won't release his name. I've got it right here in my greasy little hand. But we won't release his name until he is convicted. So we'll make sure we come back to that story because it's local and it made national news on my favorite news website, which is full of credible news, which is, remember my last cast, everybody. If you are really responsible, you will stop posting the nonsense on your Facebook page. If it's for entertainment, great. If it's not, just stop. You make yourself look crazy. Anyway, CVS, Natural Beauty Makeover. No more airbrushing and no more filters on all of their models, on all their advertisements and magazines and commercials and all that. And I think that's a very admirable thing to do. So my question is, filter or no filter? When is it okay to use one? When is it okay to not use one? And do you personally like them or not? I love them. I use them on almost every photo I take, whether it be just a sharpener, a little bit light enhancement, but you can still recognize me in public. I don't filter myself to look like something I'm not, although sometimes I wish I would. That's not the case, so you get what you see, and this is me, and I think it's okay to use filters when necessary, which most times it's fine. I think for the reason for CVS not using them, I think it's admirable, and I think that's a good thing. So, all right, so now the top 10 movies. My favorite movies that I've watched. I have 10-ish picked out. It started with a list of 10, and it's grown. Because the more you think about movies you've seen, the more you remember other ones. And I'm going to leave a lot out that I did not choose yet, or that I did not get on this list. But I want you to interact with me and tell me the movies that you have seen that you think I should watch, because I know there's a lot that I need to. I very, very sheltered myself when it came to movies. Not intentionally, but just the way it was. I was not a big movie watcher. Lack of attention span to sit down for 90 minutes maybe. Busy. Just would rather watch a 30-minute show or something. I like a lot of the 1-hour shows. So, but nonetheless, let's get started. I'm saving my last two, which I do have my first and second favorite, and I'll share those at the end. But we'll start with my first movie that come to mind when I thought of favorite movies was Saving Private Ryan. And I love Tom Hanks. I think he's a class actor, and I love his roles. I love the way he portrays different characters in such a solid way, dating all the way back to Bosom Buddies. And that was a great show. If you're not familiar with that one, check it out a little bit. It was a great show. Saving Private Ryan, World War II, got a message to get, got to go and save Private Ryan. It's a great movie. I thought it was very emotional. It pulled on the emotions, and that's one of the reasons I was drawn to it. I liked it. Burlesque, another movie that I really enjoyed. I love the performing arts. I love first of all, Cher's in it, so what else can you say? Christina, she does a great job of performing and playing in that, and all the singing. It's just a feel-good story of you start out in a spot and you end up where you want to be and your dream comes true. So I loved it. Burlesque was a great one. Another great movie with the late actor Robin Williams was Popeye. That was a great movie. I loved it. I forget who played Olive Oyl at the moment. Shelley Duvall. And just a great movie. I loved Popeye as a cartoon as a child, and I loved the movie. I just loved the scenery in it, the old scenery, before electricity kind of stuff and all that. I don't know, whatever. I just love that kind of scenery, the old Renaissance style. And Popeye was on the water, of course, but just loved it. Loved the movie. Back to the Future. Back to the Future, the whole series. I loved it. I thought Michael J. Fox did a great job in those. Just funny with Doc and the unrealistic time travel and everything. Just, I loved it. It was a great movie. I thought it was very cool. Another one that was a good movie back from the 80s is Breakfast Club. Great movie. I'm going to stop saying great movie. I loved it. Breakfast Club. Oh, I mean, they had the Fab Five or whatever they called the actors in it. I can't remember all of them. Molly Ringwald, Judd Nelson. Yep, there's another episode right there trying to figure out those five. I'll let me know on sapphiresoupdujour@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook and just comment on this photo or this video when we're done. First Blood, she's 81, 82 maybe, I can't remember the date, but I remember one of the first movies I seen in the theater without my parents being there. And I went and saw First Blood with Sylvester Stallone, and it was a very, very cool movie. Just something, being as young as I was, 13, 14 years old, it was just very cool. A neat experience to see the movie. I loved that. Great movie. Go see it. Harry Potter, not the first one. Now, I've not seen all of them. I don't know how good they are. I loved the first movie. I saw it by myself. Then I took my children. Then I ended up seeing it a total of 4 times. So that tells you right there. I paid to see it 4 times. I've barely seen 4 movies in 15 years. All right, at the theater. Natural Born Killers. That movie, I like it because it's twisted. I like the direction. I like the way they edited it. I like the way it twisted. It was just a twisted movie. Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson and Julie, can't remember. But Woody Harrelson is in it, and it's Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Twisted movie, very cool. I know I'm leaving a lot of movies out. For instance, I liked Escape from Alcatraz, Shawshank Redemption. There's a ton of them. Blues Brothers, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. They're just a ton. Okay, so now my number 2 movie, my favorite movie, number 2 favorite movie of all time, Pulp Fiction. Loved it. Loved the story. Loved the way they combined humor with gore, with suspense and mystique, and just off the wall stuff. I loved Pulp Fiction. If you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, John Travolta, Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis, that's just to name a few. Uma Thurman, great movie. My number 1 all-time favorite movie. I can never turn it off when it comes on, and it's on almost every weekend. Forrest Gump. If you have not seen Forrest Gump, everybody, go see it. Or you can't go see it. See it. Rent it. Buy it. Do whatever you got to do. Pay-per-view. Something. What do they call that? On demand. Forrest Gump is a completely just... I just love the story. I love the way they presented it. Once again, it's a Tom Hanks movie. He stars in it, and just a great movie. There's so many different things that go on. So, anyways, that's my top. I don't know. There was probably 14, 15 movies there. They're all good movies for different reasons. Some just like First Blood. I don't know that it was a great movie, but it was good to me for certain reasons. So share with me. Either comment below on the video or email me at sapphiresoupdujour@gmail.com and let me know your favorite movies. And we look forward to hearing from you. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode here. But we thank you guys, and this is what you're going to start seeing. We're going to have a couple different settings, so we hope you enjoy it. And you never know what you're going to see here. We're going to keep on growing the show, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.